On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're diving back into Reddit with some Am I the Asshole stories. Let's go. Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And I beat you. I beat you to it.
What you mean?
The intro. I saw you take the breath. The millennial breath. What is it called? Is that what it is?
The millennial
breath?
pause.
The pause. Yeah. Welcome.
Millennial pause.
Millennial pause. But that's not what we're talking about today. We don't have pause. We have hands.
Nice. And there's a cat in that corner.
There is a. You can't see her.
Can't see her anymore.
Can't see her. Especially because I cropped the video even more in editing.
Yeah.
But we have a couple things on the agenda before we jump into Reddit stories. So you can check time codes below if you want to jump into the stories. Because we're going to start with something that was given to us.
Yeah.
Also, I found them, but also they were given to us, right? Does that work? Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
It was a gift from one of our producers. We'll
Producer.
just say that. So we have to keep the tradition up where we try the weirdest flavored things from Oreo.
Yeah.
So we have some Oreos. If you haven't seen these on the internet yet, you're lying. They've been all over the internet.
It is Coke flavored Oreos.
Coca-Cola flavored.
Coca-Cola flavored.
Not
with popping candy.
It better. What else do we have? Because we found something else too.
And we have a
to go along with it.
Coke, an Oreo flavored Coke.
There you go.
A Coke flavored Coke.
What should we try first?
I say the Oreo.
The Oreos? You don't want to try the soda first?
I guess so.
We could try the soda first.
Let's do soda first.
Because I feel like it's not going to linger as much as the cookies.
Right.
So we got our little fancy mugs. There's some dust in it, but it's fine.
All right.
Are you good?
Uh-huh.
What happened?
I'm just looking at it. Just looking at it. All right. So, Oreo flavored. It's Coke Zero, by the way.
It only comes in Coke Zero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's no regular version of it.
How's the pop?
It's like a normal Coke.
Solid pop. Solid pop.
We need some new cables, man.
Yeah.
We need some new cables. Pour me some of that Coke, man.
It's got a weird color around the ring.
Yeah, it's looking green. I don't know. Hopefully it's good. I think it's just the bottle. Does it smell like Oreos?
I think it's just going to taste like vanilla Coke.
I don't know. It kind of smells chocolatey, I guess, but here, pour me some. Wait, hold on. There we go. Logo's out. Do a little more. Okay. That's some good sounds right there. I hope it came through. Are you still worried about the coloration of the plastic bottle?
Yeah, I'm like, is it fucking...
It's recycled bottles. Are you gonna try some too? Whoa, the force. Do you want me to hold yours? We'll do it again. It's a great year.
Good.
Yeah, I was just getting the sounds because I feel like it's kind of
like it would be vanilla Coke.
It's kind of got that scent. Okay, are we doing it? Ready?
Cheers. It's got the smell of the vanilla cream, but the taste
is just the cookie
of a stale Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. Like, I would never buy it again. But I'm not mad that it is a thing that exists because it's kind of novel. It's just weird. I guess that's the only.
It's all right.
It's the more I try it though, the less I like it. I feel like if it was full sugar, maybe it'd be better.
Yeah.
Even though I prefer Coke Zero over regular Coke.
Yeah.
It definitely has like the aftertaste of the cookie.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Right. Let's try the cookie.
I think the Peeps Peeps Pepsi was better.
Coca-Cola flavored Oreos
with popping candies. Thank you. The Oreo cookie being red is pretty fun, honestly. Do they have different
bottles?
Yeah, they have different designs on them. This is like the Diet Coke logo.
This one has regular Coca-Cola.
Yeah, fun. Do you think this one's gonna taste like Diet?
Is there more? No, I think that's it.
Just those ones. All right, so they look double stuffed.
Smells good.
It kind of smells like you know, bottle caps, the candy.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like those. Are we doing this?
I think it tastes great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Oh, bitch. It tastes awesome.
Yeah.
I think now, yeah.
I'm going to break them apart.
Yeah.
Try them individual parts.
Yeah, I got to break it apart. Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Red? Just like cookie. Gave me cookie, gave me cookie.
You gave me cookie, got you cookie.
Individually, just tastes like an Oreo. It's weird. There's like no distinct flavor.
Mm-hmm. But all together it tasted like Coke.
Weird.
Give him one.
Yeah. Split it apart.
Split apart.
Excuse me?
Pass me the soda. We'll see. It's worse. It's so much worse. Because the sweetness of the cookie gets rid of all the sweetness in the soda. All right. Coke Oreos. Should they stay around?
Yes.
Let's keep the cookies. Keep them as a go, like all the time thing.
Yeah.
The soda, I don't like it. I don't get it. The vibes are off.
Don't care for it.
What other sodas could be good as an Oreo? Fanta?
Sprite?
That could be. Yeah, I could get down with Sprite. Orange Fanta. With like not the chocolate cookie, with the. You know what I mean? So it's like orange cream.
The golden?
Yeah, the golden ones. Those are the ones. Root beer would probably be good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right. Let's get into these Reddit stories because it took us 10 minutes to try some fucking cookies.
Give me cookie, got your cookie.
But yeah, let's keep the Coke Oreos. Those are tasty.
And we also have caramel apple.
The Alani's
energy drink.
This flavor has been out for, I think, 3 Halloweens now. I really kind of wish they would have it year round because it's really good. It's really good.
Delish.
But let's jump into some Reddit stories here at the 9-minute 50 second mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mainly saying it out loud so I remember where the stories start for time codes later.
Got it.
So we're going to start with AITA for telling my best friend she should call off her wedding.
Ooh.
So throwaway, these names are fake, right? So no one knows who they're talking about.
Yeah.
I, 27 female, have a best friend, Daisy, 27 female, who is getting married in about a month and a half to Max, 29 male. They've been together for 3 years and are really perfect together. I was super supportive of their wedding until recently. What do you think happened before we get into it?
I think Max tried to hit on her.
Yeah?
Try to get with her. Or she caught Max with somebody else.
Plausible. Plausible.
The friend did.
Yeah.
Person writing this.
OP. About a week ago, Daisy had her bachelorette party. She didn't want to do anything crazy, so just the closest girlfriends went to a small vineyard for a nice dinner, and it was during this dinner that she dropped the bomb. She made a big show of pouring everyone a glass of the house red except for herself, and took a huge sip of her water. She was smiling at all of us as if we were already in on the joke, but we weren't. And then, slowly, realization dawned, and she confirmed she was pregnant. 2 months pregnant, to be exact.
All right.
Didn't see this coming, I guess.
No, I didn't.
We were all happy for her, congratulating her, hugging, etc. Then someone made one of those jokes about them having to get married just because she's pregnant, and she got all mischievous again. She then realized that Max doesn't know and that it was going to be a surprise. She revealed that Max doesn't know and it's going to be a surprise. The reaction to this was mostly positive, which dumbfounded me. Max and Daisy have always wanted kids. I even know they explicitly talked about it before deciding to get married, which is definitely the right thing to do. However, just because two people want kids doesn't mean one person can just make the decision of when it's the right time. And that's exactly what I feel like Daisy is doing. I don't think you should marry someone when you're keeping something that massive a secret. I have no idea how she managed to keep it a secret for 2 months, but according to her, they've been so busy with wedding planning, it was easy to hide. I talked to Daisy the day after the party. I told her what I thought and that I was trying to look out for her, and that if it was the other way around, I would want her to do the same for me. She got really quiet while I was talking and afterwards told me that she didn't appreciate me butting in on their marriage and it was her decision. I pointed out that it shouldn't just be her decision and she was majorly affecting Max's life too, without even including him on the conversation, and she shouldn't go through with the wedding if she was insistent on keeping him in the dark. This pissed her off and she told me to leave and not contact her. Since then, I've gotten some messages from our friends who were at the party, so I guess she told them. A couple of them agree with me, but most of them are on her side, calling me an asshole for ruining what's supposed to be the most exciting time in Daisy's life, and what gives me the right, etc. I don't regret speaking up, but I'm worried that I might have ruined our friendship, and I'm not even sure I'll still be allowed to come to the wedding. Did I overstep?
Well, I want to know how long is she planning on keeping it a secret?
Yeah,
because that's a big factor.
Yeah,
I guess,
especially if you're already 2 months in.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were like trying to figure out how to surprise them, like on the third, fourth month,
yeah,
maybe, hey, just stay out of her business. But if she's gonna go full term and then be like,
oh,
oopsie,
oopsie, whoopsie,
forgot to tell ya.
But also, it seems a little fishy, like, because if they've been planning this wedding and all this stuff, and they both talked about wanting kids, how do you time it like that? You know what I mean? Like, when did they start planning the wedding? Was it less than 2 months ago? Because there's no way you're already having a bachelorette party if it's been less than 2 months.
Yeah.
So, like, did he already propose before then? Like, what's the big deal here is what my thing is, right?
Yeah.
Like, how long have they been engaged? We don't have that info.
Yeah.
It just, something seems off. Something seems a little weird.
I guess without any more context,
And the wedding's 6 weeks away.
I could say that maybe she did overstep.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have. Okay, how long is it going to be a secret? Like, are you really thinking you're going to go full term without him knowing?
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? I'm in labor. Like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But, like, you're going to wait till after the wedding, which I don't think is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's like, oh, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you drinking? Blah, blah, blah. Right? So I feel like without enough context from either side of the story,
mm-hmm.
I think I think it is overstepping to say call off the wedding.
Yeah. And there's like comments here that say like OP's suggestion that the bride to be tricked her husband into getting her pregnant, but had no indication of that on the post. Right? So like OP stated they both want kids. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Unless OP knows something, the couple had been engaging in, unprotected intercourse, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it just sounds like the poster, OP is like almost making something out of nothing.
Or jealous.
Or like there's no update to this one like that I could see, so I'm really not sure. But it honestly sounds like OP should have just kept it to themselves, not been all up in their business. Again, the wedding's 6 weeks away. That's 2 more months.
Yeah.
The bride-to-be is already 2 months pregnant. She didn't tell the husband yet. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't... I don't see what the big deal is.
She just wanted it to be a surprise. She didn't say she was going to keep it a secret. And they're acting like they were trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah, because I was
hiding it from them.
I was waiting for the shoe to fall, where it's like, oh, found out Max can't have kids or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oof.
I was waiting for that. Like,
oof.
But it's not in there.
Yeah.
Like, this is just... Don't get married because you're pregnant. But
don't get married because you're hiding that you're pregnant from your husband.
Yeah, but it just sounds like they're waiting for things to be clear and for maybe the wedding to be more developed,
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I think post the OPs, I think they're the asshole in this one.
Yeah, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Without more context, I'm obligated to say that you are the asshole.
Yeah. Cool.
Moving
on.
Moving on.
You good?
Am I the asshole for laughing at my boyfriend for crying?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I wonder if I can do it this way, if it's better. All right. My boyfriend came to my place yesterday evening. I could tell that he was exhausted from work. We were about to watch a movie, but he wanted to take a shower first. All right.
Normal.
He came out a few minutes later and looked for something in his jacket. He kind of looked distraught. I asked him what's wrong, and he started laughing while crying a bit. He said he bought... Sorry, now I'm laughing because he's crying.
Oh, God.
All right. He said he bought a Snickers and couldn't find it, but he wanted to eat it now. He looked everywhere, but he didn't find it, and then he started breaking down a bit.
Oh, no.
I know it sounds bad, but I started laughing a bit because the situation seems so bizarre to me, and I've never seen him cry before. We've been dating for 10 months now, and this was the first time I saw him crying, which is insane. I think that's kind of the reason why I laughed a bit. They keep saying a bit. Anyway, he looked at me while I laughed a bit.
How much did they laugh?
A
Just
bit.
a bit?
Just a bit. Anyway, he looked at me while I laughed a bit, and his face kind of dropped. He put his clothes on and told me he'd go home now. I wanted him to stay because we wanted to watch a movie, but he left anyways. I tried texting him the whole night, but he didn't text back. I tried calling him, but he doesn't pick up. And I know that he has been online for an hour. I feel like he's mad at me, or maybe he needs some time for himself, but I feel kind of bad for laughing. That's it.
Why was he crying? Something was causing it.
He bought a Snickers.
No, but like
he really wanted that Snickers, man.
Something else is going on. You know what I mean? There was something else to that story that was left out because OP didn't know about it yet. He's not crying because he lost the Snickers. There's something else going on where the Snickers was going to just help cope. It's gonna help him cope with the pain. Something else is going on.
There has to be.
And also, yeah, guys, when they cry most of the time, and especially for the first time in front of a significant other or their friends or whatever, the first time you cry in front of someone can be kind of like almost embarrassing for how the male generation has been brought up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to just have two emotions, you know? And that's anger and horny, you know? That's how previous generations tried to make men, right?
Yeah.
So it's like he was crying about something else, but the Snickers was the tipping point.
There's no update.
No update.
No, she did not find out.
You didn't do your job.
What he was crying about, but it is kind of funny
because of the context that we have.
The
context we have now.
Yeah. He was looking for a Snickers. He didn't have it, and he started crying.
Yeah, I mean
that's the context we have.
Because of the Snickers, he's crying.
So with the context we have,
it can be perceived that way.
Not the asshole, but
with
knowing that there's probably something else wrong, and you didn't even ask what's wrong.
Are you okay?
You're the asshole?
Yeah.
You're both?
My thing is, we've probably all been in this situation where you're frustrated about a million things and you've had a really bad day, really long day, getting home, and you're like, that one thing's going to cheer me up.
Mm-hmm.
The longer you stay away from that one thing, the worse all the feelings get, right?
Right.
It's like for me, when I get home from work, because I work outside in the heat all day long, I just want to go home and take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't go home and take that shower right away, I can just feel myself getting grumpier and grumpier until I take that shower, you know?
Yeah.
But I also try to think about it like when you're searching your whole house for one thing that you need right then and there, every time you open a drawer, you're like, oh, it's in there and it's not. Yeah.
In this case, it was a Snickers.
It's a Snickers.
Sheesh.
You're not you when you're hungry, you know?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is Snickers slogans.
What's our next
one?
Next one.
All right. Am I the asshole for telling an employee she can choose between demotion or termination?
All right.
This one's from 3 years ago, so it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I own a vape shop. We're a small business, only 12 employees. That's a lot of employees for a vape shop. 12?
Yeah.
When I worked at a vape shop, we had 3 on a good day. One of my employees, Peggy, was supposed to open... One of my employees, Peggy, bless you.
Excuse me.
Was supposed to open yesterday. Peggy has recently been promoted to manager after 2 solid years of good work as a cashier. I really thought she could handle the responsibility.
All right,
Peggy. Good job working your way
up. Good job,
up.
Peggy.
Yeah.
Peggers?
No. Peggy's new for this
Good job, Peggers.
So, I wake up 3 hours after the place should be open, and I have 22 notifications on the store Facebook page. Customers have been trying to come to the shop, but the store is closed. Employees are showing up to work, but they're locked out. I call Peggy, no response. I text her, same thing. So I go in, open the store. An hour before her shift was supposed to be over, she calls me back. I asked her if she's okay, and she says she needed to take a mental health day and do some self-care. And I'm still pretty pissed at this point, but I'm trying to be understanding as I know how important mental health can be. So I asked her why she didn't call me as soon as she knew she needed the day off, and her response was, I didn't have enough spoons in the drawer for that. Frankly, I don't know what that means. But it seems to me like she's saying she cannot be trusted to handle the responsibility of opening the store in the morning. So I told her she had two choices. Go back to her old position with old pay, or I fire her completely. She's calling me all sorts of ists now, IST. Like sexist and stuff like that, right? That's probably what they're meaning. And says I'm discriminating against her due to her poor mental health and her gender. Yeah. None of this would be a problem if she simply took 2 minutes to call out. I would have gotten up and opened the store on time. But this is a no-call, no-show, and is not the way we run a successful business. I think I might be the asshole here because I am taking her promotion over something she really had no control over. But at the same time, she could have called me. So, Reddit, I leave it to you. Am I the asshole? Edit, I came back from making a sandwich and had 41 messages. I can't say I'm going to respond to every one of y'all individually. Oh, this is like talking to all the responses and stuff because there's a bunch of questions. So, but that's where we're at right now. Is this, man?
But she don't have enough spoons in the drawer.
Enough spoons in the drawer. I was like, what am I reading right now? I pictured just like, I'm like, oh, she's just counting spoons in her drawer, like literally, because a manic episode. I don't know.
I think she's
yeah, no, she's a little.
She's saying she's
not all there. Yeah, there's other phrases for that though, that are more common.
Not enough spoons in the drawer.
More common expressions, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As someone who has been a manager before, and has been like the top of a list of employees for small businesses and a vape shop, like I said, no call, no shows affect everybody.
Of course.
They affect all the other who have to pull the work for that person who didn't show up. It affects the customers because now everyone else is pissed off. They're pulling the work for that other
or
employee.
They're
waiting for the place to open. Or some people can only have that. They only have that amount of time to go do whatever they need to do for this place, right? So if they miss out on that opportunity, that's another entire day or multiple days that they won't be able to achieve their goal of going to that shop and getting what they need.
Right.
But
at the end of the day, it's a business, right?
Yeah, it's a business.
So if the lady peggers can't handle the responsibility of the promotion, then she shouldn't have taken it, for one. Or for two, not be upset. Well, obviously she's going to be upset, but like understand why it's being taken away from her.
Yeah, and it says that there was 2 solid years of work before then. This has never happened before this. That seems a little crazy.
I feel like before the promotion, she had a little more flexibility to not have to call in or have an issue if she needed that mental health day.
Yeah, but I don't know. The way I look at it is you give someone a little bit more power and they abuse that power immediately, right? It's like, oh, you're a manager now.
But
and then
it was
they're
her
like,
first day.
Yeah, and then they're like, I don't need a call because I'm the one they would call. No, it don't work that way.
Yeah. It's a business. So a business. I say not the asshole. Not the asshole.
But there's an update.
Okay.
There's an update on this one.
All right.
So Peggy reached out to me yesterday.
Peggers.
And apologized and asked if we could meet for lunch. Responsible.
Okay.
That's a respectable decision to make there. So we meet up, and the first thing she did was apologize again for the no call, no show, and also for the reaction to my response. She admitted that she knows I'm not sexist or ableist. I don't know if I spelled that right. Anyways, and explained that she was lashing out due to her mental state. I accepted her apology and offered one of my own, both for giving her too much responsibility too quickly and also for reacting out of emotion. She explained to me that she had a major issue on Monday, and without getting into too much detail, I'll just say that it was an anniversary of a bad thing. She's taking all of her accumulated PTO, about 9 weeks, and we've agreed that going forward, I'm not going to put her on the schedule on that day ever again. That's nice. That's a
good boss.
She admitted that she's not up to the role of manager. When she returns, she will be in the role of lead cashier, a role I created specifically for her. This way, she can keep her raise and not feel like she got a demotion, but rather a lateral transfer. I've also let her know that if she ever feels like she's up for more responsibility, she can let me know and I'll put her right back on the track to the manager spot. I've also let her know that if she's ever in a position where she's not able to call out, she can simply text me a thumbs down emoji and I will accept that as notice that she will be missing her next shift. She's agreed that she will be okay even when she's out of spoons. Hopefully we can both move forward from
Please
this
tell me it
unfortunate
actually
incident.
says that.
It does. It does.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's fucking dope. Like, honestly.
What a good boss. I'm almost in tears over here because I want her to be my boss.
I want to specifically address the folks who explained the spoon theory to me, as well as those who commented about the Peter principle. I don't know that. I want to know about the spoon thing.
Tell me about spoons.
I'm looking for it. How do you feel about this? Yeah, go keep talking about the manager.
I mean, what a great boss.
Yeah.
Like if it's obviously someone who doesn't have history of doing this, is a good worker. They know that she's a good worker.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been acknowledged for that hard work in the past and not reprimanded for this one mistake over a mental issue she was having,
mm-hmm.
over something that was probably very serious. What a good boss. Wow.
So I found the spoon theory thing, but it is a lot of information.
Oh, jeez.
The Peter principle is people get promoted to their lowest level of incompetence, meaning that they will be promoted as long as they're good, but eventually end up out of their depth and sucking. It's possible to mitigate, though. So promoting people because they're good at a current job is not how you do it. Instead, you should interview and promote based on them proving they have the aptitude and ability to do the new job.
That's funny because where I work, if you're bad at your job, you get promoted. So
the spoon theory is someone who has a limited capacity to perform certain daily actions.
Yeah.
So it's units of energy. An analogy used to explain why some days I cannot do some things. Easy enough. Yeah, I think
I don't have enough spoons in my drawer.
I have some spoons right now, so I'm going to comment on this. I think more businesses should allow people to go above and beyond for their employees like this, especially people in managerial roles.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of corporations spend too much time on just figuring out profits and how to get customers in the door instead of taking care of their employees.
Mm-hmm.
This person who owns this vape shop or manages the vape shop or whatever it is, I want to work there. I don't care what kind of price cut I'm going to take if there's a manager like that. You know what I mean?
Also, your employees work harder for the managers who treat them well.
Yeah, and I think it's difficult because from my experience, it's like when you have someone above you, no matter what position you're in, who is not doing their job well or is not giving you the tools to do your job well, everyone's going to suffer for it. And the person who's going to look the worst is the person above that person.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when I was a GM and having to do things specifically in this way that I didn't agree with, I was looked at as the bad guy because I was following what my boss was saying or what the company was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But why is it so difficult to just do what's best for your people? Because shouldn't everything else take care of itself?
But
then?
also, I hate, and we see this a lot, I see this a lot,
mm-hmm.
and it's more of a, your supervisor's doing something because they're being told to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't agree with it, right? And, oh, you were late, but you had an excuse, but now I have to write you up because I'm going to get written up if I don't write you up.
Like when you got fired for your flat tire?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
No, yeah, for real.
Bullshit.
And it's like I had a flat tire. I had an hour-long lunch or longer, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had like 2 or 3 hours between the two shifts, and I was like 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
And in that time, I had to go to my house, take the spare off of that car or whatever, put it on the other car, drive it to discount, take it back. It was a big, big thing.
Yeah. And just because your boss didn't like you.
And I was 15 minutes late.
Yeah. And you had not like gotten in trouble really before then.
No, but when I came back for the next shift, he told me to go home. I came back, and all of a sudden they had 3 write-ups for me.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. Back to back to back.
But
which at the time I didn't have a job long enough to know that like you can't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways.
But long story short. Not the asshole. That boss sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like the thumbs down emoji thing is too easy. You should pick a harder emoji just so it's not accidentally sent, you know? And I don't know, do you respond with thumbs up and thumbs down sometimes in text? Like just normally? Sometimes. But pick a harder emoji maybe. Just to make sure it's not abused.
The devil emoji. The clown face emoji.
The clown face emoji. I was like, the skier one. The one that's a skier.
The wave.
The wave. But yeah, like I said, I would work for a boss like that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I think more local businesses are better about taking care of their people than corporations. So we need more of that. I think we need more of that out in the job force.
Agreed.
Yeah. You got another story for us?
I do.
Is it a good one or a bad one?
Oh, this is the one that I was saying, oof.
I'm ready for it.
Are you?
I don't know.
All right. Here we go. Am I the asshole if I don't tell my parents that I'm their son? All right.
Tricky.
This one is tagged poo mode activated. I don't know what that means.
Well, why don't you start reading and then I'll look it up.
All right. To make a long story short, I am 23 female trans. Okay, so male to female. I was kicked out exactly 1 week after my 16th birthday and have not spoken to my family since. About 4 months ago, I was in a life-threatening car accident, and a lot of people, including my own brother, think I'm dead.
Oh.
I was in a coma for 4 days, and my phone was absolutely shattered in the wreck. Someone, parentheses, I'm guessing my brother, but I don't know for sure, end parentheses, told my parents my heart was given to somebody in need as I'm an organ donor. My mom sent me a text basically saying if she had the chance to do it over again and accept me, she would. She even reached out to my Facebook, parentheses, my mom and I have never been friends on Facebook, end parentheses, saying that someone told her I was given their son's heart and invited them to their home. I'm thinking of not responding altogether, or if I do respond, tell her to kick rocks, but I miss my family. When did I have to die first, though?
I think I got a little confused. Is that the end of it?
Yeah.
So this girl got a heart transplant?
I read it word for word.
Yeah. But like, who's the organ donor?
The trans girl.
The girl.
The girl.
Gave her heart to someone?
No.
What did I miss?
The brother
Uh-huh.
told her parents
Uh-huh.
that she was an organ donor
Uh-huh.
and that her heart was given to somebody in need.
Okay.
So the brother said that.
Okay.
The brother wasn't told for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He just said that.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's where I got lost because I thought that was all part of like the thing. Anyways, so since the mom sent the text saying that someone got their son's heart, they're all proud and wish they were still around, right? But still use the wrong pronouns.
Not necessarily proud, but
you know what I mean, though, right? It was
if
like,
I could do it over again, I would accept it.
Yeah. That's bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's some remorse and some regret there, right?
Right, but
so the way she feels is Why did I have to die
Mm-hmm.
for my mom to accept me?
Mm-hmm.
And from what it sounds like, the mother reached out to her on Facebook thinking that that's the person that received the heart. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, it like clicked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's like she wants her to come over because she has a piece of her son
in her eyes, yeah.
In her.
No, I'm talking about in the
mom's eyes. She has a piece of her son. Does not know that that is actually her son. Well, daughter.
Child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think OP is the asshole. I don't see the family changing just because of that. There would still be issues, especially if the parents found out about all of that. Why did the brother say all this stuff?
I think if you're not going to tell them, it's best to stay away.
Yeah, I think so too. As much as it would hurt, it doesn't sound like it's a very like kind and like it doesn't sound like a kind place to be at all. But it sounds like it'd be difficult no matter what, right? It's like,
yeah, but also like, by the way, I'm not dead.
Or your son, right?
Right.
Because that's, I don't know. After these are tricky situations to really comment on because I don't know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm. But that's really all I have to say is if you're not going to tell them, just stay away already. Like you probably would have if you didn't die.
Yeah. That would also be another big shock to think that happened.
Yeah, like to think that happened, then you're mourning that happened. And then all of a sudden, guess what? I'm still here.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, poo mode means that only verified users can comment to avoid any kind of hate comment. Which that situation needs it. Anything dealing with that. That's just a really tough situation to be in. Yeah. I think we all have like family members that we don't agree with. And it's tough to just like write them out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because you still look at them as your family. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. It's like, I don't agree with everybody in my family, like extended family especially, but they're still family. So I don't want anything bad to happen to them. I still wish, we were closer, things like that. But I don't know. It's just it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
So. Do we got one more?
I got one more.
How about we just finish on yours?
Okay, it's a short one.
My third one is not as crazy as the last two I read.
Yeah, we need a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So this one is, am I the asshole for telling my sister her baby's name sounds like a dog's name and now she won't talk to me?
Okay.
What do you think the baby's name is? I know it, so I can't guess.
Rover.
It's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
My sister had a baby. I'm happy for her. Her baby's name is Ruff.
Ruff.
It's Ruff. It's
R-U-F-F?
R-U-F-F. It sounds like a dog. I thought she was joking and I laughed. I was wrong. She asked me why I was laughing and I said it sounded like a dog barking. Ruff, Ruff? I thought we were laughing, but she got mad and then she got angry, which sounds like the same word anyways. She said I was being disrespectful and that the name had meaning to her and her husband. They love an obscure video game character. I told her that she can name her child whatever she wants, but people will associate it with the dog, and it might be hard for him in school. She won't return my texts or calls, and my mom says I should have kept my mouth shut. Am I the only one seeing this? I didn't mean to be a jerk, but rough? I can't be the only one who thinks this could backfire. Am I overreacting?
No. To be honest, I probably would have said something myself.
Yeah, it just... Rough?
Rough?
Rough.
Really?
Is it a nickname or...
Rough McGruff? Isn't that his name?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
What is it?
It's the character that she named her.
What's it from? Is it a dog?
It's a dog.
Rough Trigger?
Rough Trigger?
Someone's there's some comments. Let me read you some comments.
It's literally a dog.
We can laugh about some stuff because we need a good laugh before we end up. So it's like, just imagine this when he's older. Hi, my name's Ruff. Oh, is that because your parents were doing it doggy style when you were conceived? Anyone? Is it because the doggy style, right? And then it says they were also singing "Who Let the Dogs Out" when they finished.
Oh my god! Who let the dogs out?
Oh my god!
Oh!
Rough. I was looking for more comments, and Ruff's the name of Dennis the Menace's dog. Yeah, Dennis the Menace. Ruff McGruff, yeah,
Ruff
the Fire Week dog. I don't know, dude.
Take a bite out of crime.
Ruff. The doggy style comment just soars. Yeah, that's him. I knew exactly
Ruff
who you were talking.
McGruff.
Really bad CG character. I don't think you're the asshole, OP, for making this comment and this connection.
Not the asshole.
But
we now find out that the character is a dog.
Yeah. I think Ruff's a good nickname, but you have to make sure that your kid is rough. You know, like can take a hit. So maybe name him something else, and then you can give him the nickname Ruff and be like, no, it's just because he's a rough and tumble kind of guy.
How about Rufus?
Rufus?
And then call him Ruff for short.
Yeah, there you go.
For short.
That's cute. That I could accept that.
Yeah.
But also Rufus is a tough one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to rethink the baby name a little bit. Because it's very it is a dog's name. It's a dog name.
It is.
It's a dog name.
Or it's just a dog sound.
A dog sound, yeah.
Ruff.
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 You're gonna scare your cat. Be careful.
Sorry.
That's like naming a kid Meow.
I do that to her all the time.
She's completely unbothered. Has not flinched.
Look at her tail. Echo.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so those are some Reddit stories for this week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Most of those we cleared. Not the asshole. There was
not the asshole.
Some interesting stories today. We haven't done a Reddit story in quite a while, so always fun to go down the Reddit rabbit hole.
For sure.
I think we definitely need someone to just pick Reddit stories for us.
Yeah.
So we don't have any context going into it.
Yeah.
Because we find all these ones before we start shooting and go from there.
It's always fun to see your reaction, though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Rough. We tried some weird Oreos today. Tried some weird Coke today. Read some Reddit stories.
Yeah.
We readed some Reddit stories. But Juan, if
Brandon?
people wanted to like listen to the podcast, or if they're listening to the podcast, let's start that. Or if they're listening to the podcast right now, which we know you're doing, we can hear it or feel it.
I can feel it.
We can feel it
in our air,
in our bones, in the air tonight.
Dun 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 dun. Different song.
That's Africa.
Different song. Just the first thing that came to mind. Sorry, dude.
Now you're the asshole. But Juan, if they're listening to the podcast out there on any of the podcast listening apps, what should they be doing right now?
Commenting.
Like leave a
review.
Share it to a friend.
Sharing it.
Yeah, if they were wanting to watch the podcast on like YouTube, where would they find us?
At BG in the Morning Podcast.
And if they are on YouTube already, they should like and subscribe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe comment below.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
What else should they do?
And then they can rough up that bell.
Nice. That was way better than last week.
Rough up the bell.
Rough that bell up. And then while you're at it, if you want to see some clips and like, little videos and stuff that we post on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, you can find us at
BJ in the Morning _
Go drop us a follow on those. Let's get up to 100 followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
We have more than that.
100?
No, I meant on YouTube.
100 more?
Yeah, 100 more. I want 100 more on TikTok.
100 more on TikTok.
I want to make live videos on TikTok.
Yeah, let's do
but
it.
I don't want to show my boobs, okay?
Right.
Because that's how most people get. I'll show you some videos later.
Yeah.
Not of boobs.
Right.
Of the things people are doing to get live viewers.
Right.
It's weird.
Right.
The internet's a weird place.
Right.
But thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And we
will
talk
to
you
next
time.